G'day guys, Greg here. Now remember when you're at school and the doctors and the health experts told you shouldn't eat certain types of foods? Well, today I'm making the toasted sandwich that these doctors warned you about. It's greasy, it's cheesy, it's Anthony Albanese. It's a cardiologist's dream. It's the processed meat and processed cheese toasted sandwich. Anyway, let me show you the ingredients I'm using. Alright, so for this, I'm using, I've got some onion that I've sliced up. That's pretty thin. I've got some tomato that I sliced up. That's also pretty thin. Now I've got some plastic cheese here. I've got some normal cheddar cheese here, a couple of slices of bread. I've got some salami, could be pepperoni, got no idea. Some ham, salt and pepper, and of course, some butter. Now this is mixed with oil, yes, but sometimes that's exactly what you need. Especially when you're making a toasted sandwich. Anyway, let's start throwing this sanger together. Okay, well for starters, we need to butter our bread. And this is where the dairy soft butter comes into its own. So easy to spread. Just perfect for your toasted sanger, or any other sanger for that matter. Put as much butter on as you can fit. Next, I'll move this over and gently turn that over. And I want to stick some pizza sauce on. Oh, I should have shaken it first. That's all right. We'll spread that out. You could use tomato paste, or tomato sauce, or barbecue sauce, or whatever you want. Next I'll throw down this grated cheese, and you want that cheese on the bottom because then hopefully it won't spill out everywhere. Next I'll grab some ham here, and I'll put that on because I got it out. I'm going to put it on, aren't I? A couple of nice bits of that. Nothing better for you than ham, except maybe a banana. But we're not having bananas today. So I'll throw on the tomato, like that. And I always add a bit of salt to tomato because, well, it really needs it. I'll put some pepper on too now too. And something else that will take up a bit of space is your onions. Put that on. It's got quite a few onions there, probably too many, but that's all right. Onions very good for you. Next I'll add the salami, could be pepperoni. I've got no idea. If you can tell from where you are, let me know down below. But 4 slices there should be great. And then we finish it off with the slice of cheese. You always put the cheese on the outside because then it's got more of a chance to melt. All right, well that's that made. It's time to cook it. So we'll turn on the stove there. I'll stick the frying pan on. Now is this heated up yet? Oh! Oh yes it has. Gee, that didn't take long. All right. So I'll add some spray stuff. That's the cheats way of doing it. I'll also add a bit of olive oil in because, well, I do like the olive oil on my toasted sanger. Now's the hard part, is separating these 2 bits of bread. The butter can tend to stick, but if you don't push down on it, then it shouldn't stick, which it hasn't. So we'll put that on there. Oh no, that's way too hot. I'll turn the heat right down now and slowly cook them. Because you don't want to cook it too fast, you want it to just slowly cook. Get that cheese inside melting. Toast that bread in the butter and oil and just let it all use its chemistry and physics to work itself out. But I will give it a slight press down. And adjust your heat accordingly. If it's not sizzling enough, then you might want to just turn it up a little bit. But try not to like let it really just get really hot and start burning. You want it on a lower temperature, cooking nice and slowly. Now if you're not sure how it's cooking, you can just have a little sticky beak underneath and, oh gee, that's cooked, that's burnt. So I better flip this over. Gosh. Oh no, it's looking just right. Try and shove these bits back in, they're falling out. So yeah, nice and slowly. Cook it nice and gently. I think the heat right now is just perfect. It's got a little fry happening. Get that back in there somehow. Now if you did think your pan was a bit too dry, I like to make sure it's fairly wet. You can just get some more butter. Stick it in. Let it melt around. Let it pool in one section. And then, when it's melted, you can sort of just pick up a corner and then tilt this up. Let the butter run underneath. And then put it back down. Or alternatively, you can just slide it around. Make sure that butter's coating underneath your sanger. Give it a good push down. And if you've got the temperature nice and low, then it does take, a few minutes to actually cook. And you want it nice and golden brown generally. And you are allowed to flip it numerous times as well. You see, that's just looking perfect now, isn't it? So I'll flip it back. And I'll turn that off actually. And that should be ready to tuck on in. Alright, which way do you cut yours? I generally go the triangle. You could go the double square action or the 4 triangles. I do like the 4 triangles myself. I am a triangular sort of person. Once that way. Once down that way. And we'll slide it on our plate. Oh, I can't wait to tuck on in. Yummo. Now, the slower you cook this, the better it gets. If you can cook it really slow and not burn the bread, mate, you're an absolute champion. That'll make sure the onions and tomato are nicely cooked on the inside. Although they're never really going to fully cook, so don't expect them to. I probably should be hooked up to an ECG for this, but anyway, let's just go. Oh, here come the palpitations. Yumma. Now, unfortunately, Rollo, I can't give you any of this because it's got onions and apparently that's not good for puppy dogs. Oh. But there you go, the Cardiologists Dream Toasted Sandwich. Tastes very nice, and I'm sure if you make it, you'll love it too. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I whip something up that the doctors just love. See you then. Oh yeah, this is Greg's Kitchen, where the